Hiya folks, Sandro here with more cartoon news and shenanigans. And if you would like more cartoon news and shenanigans, I'd ask you to please subscribe to the channel and do that right now. I thank you very much because I know you just did it. So thank you for that. And you can see how the channel's doing. We're at 127 subscribers. Views, I just saw the tick go up there. Views are up. You can see views are up from the same time last month. I don't know what happened, but boom, we've been getting watch hours like no tomorrow. But the problem is it's the subscribers. I just can't get those subscribers up. So if you guys did subscribe just now, thank you so much. So let's talk about today's topic. And I'm sure you guys have already seen the thumbnail and the title of the video, but we have more amazing news. Babs and Buster return in Tiny Toons Looniversity reboot for HBO Max and Cartoon Network. Great news. This is another show from if you were a 90s kid like me, this is just fantastic. I gotta say, HBO Max, guys. My prediction, here's the prediction, is gonna pass Netflix and Disney Plus. Okay, that's my prediction. I think HBO Max just has so much potential, so many good cartoons. Just think about this. They could even bring back my favorite show, I think, of all time, maybe, would have to be the Ben 10 franchise. But the new reboot it's just not great. It's not as good as it once was. But if they could continue where Omniverse, they decide to go on a road trip around space, which just sounds amazing, right? They decide to do a road trip around space, and you're like, think how cool that could be. Ben going on all these different planets. He has his girlfriend back at home. What was her name again? Oh, it's been so long. Kaya, was it Kaya? I can't. It's been a while. Yeah, I said it was my favorite series, and I can't remember Ben's girlfriend. Isn't that sad? But I love the action. I love when he presses the watch and transforms. And I'm just thinking, like, out of all the companies, like Warner Brothers just has all these titles, so many good titles. Where it's like, I don't know. Disney has. I feel like the only like good show, maybe like Amphibia is okay, but like it's not like a masterpiece or anything. But DuckTales is probably the biggest show right now that Disney, in my opinion. Sorry, not non-live action, right? Obviously, The Mandalorian's probably the biggest show on there. But for the cartoons, for this generation of cartoons, definitely DuckTales. And I would not be surprised if they bring back and reboot Kim Possible. But I don't want them to. I don't want them to. I don't want them to reboot Kim Possible. So yeah, I hope they don't do that, but it's a probability. A possibility. Kim Possible, it's a possibility. There we go. But yeah, so that's my thoughts on HBO Max. I think HBO Max is killing it right now. We just seen them bring back the Animaniacs. That looks fantastic. I just hope they don't go a little bit too overboard on the woke jokes. In the trailer, I talked about how they said the word mansplaining, and they had a Trump as a Cyclops. I hope they don't go like too into. I mean, I know the Animaniacs are pretty political. Sorry, they're not. They've made political jokes in the past, but like, I hope they don't go all in that direction. I hope this isn't gonna just be another platform. I hope they just make good episodes. And same thing here. This is great to see Tiny Toons. You know what? One of my oldest childhood memories is going to McDonald's and getting a Tiny Toon toy. I think I actually had Buster right here, the blue one, which is pretty cool. I always liked this show because, I don't know, I always felt like the Looney Tunes were always cool, but then it was kind of like I was a kid, and it's like, here's these like kid versions of Bugs Bunny and the gang. And they also had, what was his name? Go-Go Dodo. I always liked that character for whatever reason. He was a pretty obscure. He was based on like this other Looney Tune called Yoyo Jojo. Actually, let's take a look. Can we? If you guys don't know who I'm talking about, Yoyo Jojo. Let's see here. Yes, this guy, this little fella. This here we go. Yo-Yo and Go-Go. Oh, did I say his name? Did I say Go-Go? Did I get his name wrong, or am I just hallucinating? I don't even know. I thought I said Yo-Yo and Go-Go, but maybe I didn't. I thought I did though. But yeah, here's Yo-Yo. This tall. This guy was from an old Porky Pig cartoon. Very obscure character. You guys probably don't even know this character. Look, he's in black and white there. And then on Tiny Toon Adventures, he had Go-Go. And I always just like this character. He's a little whack nut. He's a little wacky character that's always like jumping around and stuff. Really enjoyed this character. So yeah, let's read a little from the article here, because this is great news. So we're here on animationmagazine.net, and this is by Mercedes Milligan. They're tiny, they're toony, they're back for a rebooty. Oh man, you gotta say, all these old Warner Brothers shows, they always had such memorable openings, you know? The Animaniacs and Tiny Toon, they just hit you. They just hit you with the nostalgia. Anyway, HBO Max and Cartoon Network, so it's gonna be on both of them, as I said, are returning to Acme Acres with a series order for Tiny Toons Looniversity. How many episodes? An all-new half-hour animated comedy... Okay, so half-hour episodes, animated comedy series featuring characters from the Emmy Award-winning Tiny Toon Adventures from Warner Brothers Animation, WBA, and Amblin Television. Under the 2-season straight-to-series order, so we're getting 2 series. Again, Steven Spielberg, the legend himself, comes back. Will return as executive producer, with Sam Register, president... Warner Brothers Animation and Cartoon Network Studios, and Amblin Television co-president Justin Falvey and Daryl Frank also serving as executive producers. Aaron Gibson, Throwing Shade Podcast, will serve as showrunner and executive producer. Now, I'm not familiar with Aaron Gibson or Throwing Shade Podcast, so you guys let me, if you're familiar with that, you let me know. Is that good? I don't know. Not heard of it. Will serve as showrunner and co-executive producer. Nate Cash, Adventure Time. Okay, so Adventure Time, that's a notable... I liked Adventure... I liked a lot of Adventure Time. The ending was so rushed, and I just didn't enjoy it. And it was pretty anticlimactic. They said it was going to be this big war. They had all these bumpers showing all these old characters, and then it was just so anticlimactic, you know? But Adventure Time, I'd still say that's a plus. I love the continuity on that show. Great stuff. And so let's see here. Is also on board as co-executive producer. So that's great. That's great to see. Babs, Buster Bunny, and the rest of the gang follow their comedic ambitions all the way to Acme University. Looniversity. I just had like a brain fart on that word. Acme Looniversity, sorry. The esteemed institution of higher hijinks learning, where younger dreamers become professional toons. Here, they form long-lasting friendships with one another and perfect their cartoony craft while studying under the greatest cartoon characters in history, the Looney Tunes. The Looney Tunes Looniversity will capture all the clever, subversive, and smart humor that made Tiny Toon Adventures such a standout series, said Tom Ashiem, president, Warner Brother Global Kids, young adults and classics. Fans older and new will love to laugh at these new cartoon characters all over again. Let's see here. Register comment: for many kids, Tiny Toons was their introduction to the world of Looney Tunes, and over time, Buster, Babs, Plucky, and all the characters grew to be just as beloved by an entirely new generation. The continuation of great creative partnerships with Amblin Television will bring these characters back for fans of all ages. There's just 2 more sentences. The smart, hilarious, and cheeky characters have left an indelible impression on the childhoods of so many, like me. I remember these characters. These are great. Now, personally, I actually think the Animaniacs were a little bit better than Tiny Toons. If both of them were on at the same time or something, or like, I would definitely watch Animaniacs. I just found it more funnier, truth be told. If I had to compare the two, you guys let me know in the comments down below. Which one do you like better? Do you like Animaniacs or do you like Tiny Toon Adventures, the old show, not the reboot? What do you like better, the old school versions of Tiny Toons or Animaniacs? You gotta let me know in the comments down below. And maybe I'll even compare the reboots, you know? That'd be fun, huh? I could compare the reboots to the old versions and each other, which is just hilarious. So yeah, everything's getting reboots, but I think this is good. These kinds of shows, they didn't have continuity. You could just reboot them. It's not too big of a deal. I want to see them introduce some new characters. I always like the characters. You know, like everybody loves like Taz and Tweety Bird and Sylvester, but maybe they'll put in some new young Looney Tunes and old Looney Tunes. Maybe they'll just make new characters altogether. I don't know. That'd be exciting though. I'd love to see like the new debut of new Looney Tunes, because how often do they bring in new Looney Tunes? Like not very often, right? So yeah. So where was I here? We're thrilled to be able to continue our relationship with Warner Brothers Animation, HBO Max, and Cartoon Network to reimagine the Tiny Toons for new audiences. And we know that fans of the original series will be just as excited to share the show with their children as they will be to revisit a childhood favorite. Yep. I mean, I don't have children, but I'm definitely going to be excited to revisit a childhood favorite. Let me tell you. I mean, this is a cartoon YouTube channel. What were you expecting? You're going to expect me to love cartoons because I love cartoons. Tiny Toons Looniversity is produced by Amblin Television in association with Warner Brothers, blah, 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 and will oversee day-to-day creative affairs on the series. Okay, so we didn't learn how long... how many episodes? It's going to be 2 seasons long. Now, Animaniacs is getting 13. I believe they're getting 2 seasons, and I think they're 13 and 13. So this could be another case where we're getting 13 half-hour episodes each, and 2 seasons of that, which would be pretty cool. But yeah, that's only speculation right now. We have to wait and see. But yeah, in the meantime, folks, you got to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And again, please subscribe. Do that right now. You know you want to. It's a cartoon channel. What can go wrong on a cartoon? We got cartoon news. We got cartoon shenanigans. It's a fun time with Sandro, okay? So, folks, that's all from me. Sandro out. Bye-bye.